ये रेडियो पाकिस्तान पॉडकास्ट है।
Assalamu alaikum listeners and viewers, welcome to the Environment Channel of Radio Pakistan. This is your host Taghreed Iftikhar and I have with me Zainab Waheed. Let's welcome her on the show. Assalamu alaikum Zainab.
Walaikum assalam, Taghreed. Thank you so much for having me.
So what do you want to say to the people who are so hopeless with the current situation of climate change and they don't see any future?
I do not blame them. I get the frustration. It is really easy to get lost in your own thoughts and in despair when I see people dying in my country and then global northern countries living in the finest hotels when they attend climate conferences and having the finest meals. And so I think this barrier of luxury that those responsible for climate change live in, and this barrier of luxury which stops them from actual climate action, is really frustrating because I think luxury is the major obstacle to any real action. If I am sitting in an air-conditioned room, I will never be able to feel what a laborer goes through when they work 12 hours a day in broad sunlight in Pakistan's heat. So I think this barrier of luxury needs to be removed. In a recent activity I did for UNICEF, I imagined a world 40 years from now where global leaders live with climate victims at climate conferences, where climate conferences are not held in fancy expo centers, they're not held in fancy hotels, they're held amidst climate catastrophes. And I imagined a world where in a flooded city of Larkana, Pakistan hosts a COP38 10 years from now, where global leaders live in tents and feed on the morsels from international aid, and then only they can really understand what people go through. I think I am diverting from the topic, but you asked me what my message is for people who suffer. I think I get them, but also we need to keep our voices high and our demands consistent, because if right now 1% of the population is talking about climate change with all their heart, and still the inaction on climate change is so poignant, imagine what will happen if 0% of the population is talking about it. Policymakers will have a free hand to not take climate action at all. And so I think in order to prevent that and in order to ensure that our voices are heard, we need to keep raising our voices.
We have to make sure that our voices are there even if they're not that loud.
Yes.
That they
because
will be
it
heard.
Does make a difference, because while us talking about climate change might not be reducing climate carbon emissions directly, it is making an impact by making sure people know about it, and 10 years down the line they will demand climate action from the people that they vote for.